Hello, boys and girls. We are going to do a little math lesson, and it has to do with shapes. We've been talking about shapes, especially 3D or three-dimensional shapes, or as we also call them, solid figures. Okay, so those are the shapes that can stand up on their own. They're not flat. They are called solid figures. And so we've been talking about those. And now you might wonder, why am I looking at Miss Rapido in this weird angle? Well, I want you to see what I'm going to do on the floor here, and I also want you to be able to see me. So we're going to talk about different shapes. Now, I found some objects in my home that are these different shapes that we have been talking about. Okay, so we're going to look at those, and we're going to figure out, we're going to answer the question, does this solid figure, does this solid figure roll? Does this solid figure stack? And does this solid figure slide? Okay, so before we get started looking at the shapes, think about what those words mean. Okay, if something rolls, what does that mean? Well, that means that it kind of spins as it goes along the ground, right? How about if you stack something? What does that mean? Well, that means that you can put one thing on top of another without them falling over. Makes sense? And then the last word, slide. What does that mean? Now, slide, I guess, is similar to roll because it's going across a surface, but with slide, it's not spinning and moving. It's like staying straight, but it's just moving along there. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some shapes. Now, some of the shapes that we've learned about, I do not have here at home, so we will just discuss those ones, but some of them we're going to see. Okay, so let's start off with this lovely beach candle here. Okay, let's see. I see a round surface and two flat surfaces. What is this shape? Cylinder. Very good. So a cylinder. Think about a cylinder. Now, we got to answer the question, of course. Does this solid figure roll, stack, or slide? Guess what, boys and girls? It can do, some of them can do more than one of those things. So let's see this cylinder. Okay, let's start out with roll. Okay, so I'm just going to place my cylinder on the floor here, give it a little push. Let's see if it rolls. Does it roll? Yes! So something that has a curved surface will roll. Okay, how about stack? So let me place my cylinder here, and then let me put something else on top of it. Let's try putting a cube on top of it. Oh, does it work? Good. And then how about the other way too? Good. So does a cylinder stack? Yes. If a solid figure has a flat surface, like a cylinder does, it will stack. It also has a curved surface, so it will also roll. And then the last one, slide. So now to test out slide, I've got to put it down and just pull it along the ground and see if it will work. Okay? Does the cylinder slide? Yes, the cylinder does slide. Now, if I tried to slide it on this side, it would start rolling. So the curved surface doesn't slide, but a flat surface does slide. Okay? So we found out that our cylinder here, it does all three, right? It will roll, stack, and slide. So the cylinder does all three. That's pretty cool. Let me put him to the side. Let's look at our next shape. All right, well, we saw this one already. So how about this guy? What shape is this? It looks like it's got squares on each side. It has faces. Remember, if it's a flat surface that has straight sides, it's a face. So it has faces. What is this shape called? This is a cube. All right, so we have a cube here. Now we got to answer our big question. Does the cube roll? Does it stack? Or does it slide? All right, this is kind of like a game show. That would be an interesting game show. All right, so first off, I'm going to take this And I'm going to give it a little push and we'll see if it rolls, okay? Ready? Does it roll? No. A cube does not roll. Remember, the cylinder had a curved surface, which is what made it roll. A cube doesn't have a curved surface, so it can't roll. All right, well, not roll, but how about stack? How about stack? Well, remember, we actually tried this with the cylinder. The cube has a shape on top of it. It has a solid figure below it. Can a cube stack? Yes, this cube can stack. Very good. Because it has the flat surfaces, it can stack. So if a solid figure has a flat surface, it is able to stack. All right, good. And then the last one, slide. So I'm going to hold it down and I'm going to see how well it slides along the floor. All right. Does it slide? Yes. So remember, when an object is sliding, that means that it's sitting on a flat surface and it just glides across the floor. So what did we find out about this cube? Can the cube roll? No. Can the cube stack? Yes. Can the cube slide? Yes. Very good. Now you might say, Miss Rabideau, dice are cubes, right? Dice are cubes and we roll dice all the time. Yes, that's true. But you can't just, with a cylinder, like I had to just give it a little push and it rolled, right? With a cube, like I can't just give it a little push and it'll roll. With dice, you have to kind of like hold it in a certain way and throw them in a certain way to make them roll. So you kind of have to force those cubes to roll. Now, cubes just like don't really do that naturally. We kind of make them do that for games sometimes. Okay? All right. Now we're done with our cube. I have two more that we're going to look at. Okay, how about this right here? This is a box with some Spanish vocabulary. But let's see, besides the cool thing that this box is and the things inside of it, what shape is this box? What is this solid figure? I see some rectangles. I see lots of faces, lots of flat surfaces. What is this called? It's called a rectangular prism. Very good. So now the question is, of course, does the rectangular prism roll? Does it stack? And does it slide? So let's start out with roll. Okay, so I'm going to leave that right there and let's give it a little push, see if it rolls. Did it roll? No. Okay, so rectangular prism doesn't roll. Okay, well, how about stack? Let's put the rectangular prism here. Let's bring our cube back. Can I put something on top of it and it doesn't fall? Yeah, good. And there we go. This is a little heavier, so it might squish the cube. But it does stack. Okay, so it doesn't roll, but it does stack. How about slide? I think we saw slide when I was pushing it for the roll, right? Because when I push it, it does move, but it doesn't roll, it slides. So same thing as the cube and the cylinder. On one of the flat surfaces of the rectangular prism, you can use it to slide. Excellent. Okay, so rectangular prism. We said it does not roll, right? It doesn't roll. It does stack, and it does slide. Very cool. Okay, last shape we're going to look at. This is a baseball with my favorite team on it. And what shape is this ball? What shape is this? It's a sphere. All right, so now we got to ask the question, does this sphere roll? Does this sphere stack? And does this sphere slide? Okay, let's start off with roll. So I'm going to put it right here, give it a little push, and a little push deep into the corner. Does this roll? Yes, yes it does. Okay, so the sphere does roll. Remember, if it has a curved surface, it's going to roll. Just like the cylinder has a curved surface, the sphere has a curved surface, and it is going to roll. Okay, good. How about stack? Let's see. All right, if I put my rectangular prism here, I put my sphere here. Oh, did it really stack? No, it kind of got stuck on the corner so that it's staying on. But if you try and like put it in one place, it just rolls right off. What if I put this on top of it? Maybe that will work. No. So can a sphere stack? No, a sphere can't stack. In order for a solid figure to be able to stack, it has to have a flat surface, and a sphere does not. All right. And slide is our last word. So slide. Does this slide? So remember, we can look at slide by like dragging it along or by also giving it a little push and seeing if it will roll or slide. Okay? So let's watch the ball. Let's see if it will slide. Not roll, but slide. Does it seem like this is going to slide? No, this will not slide. When you push it, it rolls. It does not slide. So the sphere rolls, but it does not stack and it does not slide, boys and girls. Okay, so those were our 4 solid figures. Now there are 2 other solid figures that we have talked about. We've talked about a pyramid and a cone. Now remember, a pyramid has all flat surfaces. Okay, a pyramid has all flat surfaces all the way around. It has faces, right? Because they all have straight lines around the flat, straight edges around the flat surfaces as well. So if a pyramid has all flat surfaces, do you think, can it roll? Well, remember, something that rolls is something that has curved surfaces. So could a pyramid with flat surfaces roll? Nope, it can't roll. So a pyramid can't roll. Could a pyramid slide? A pyramid could slide because it has flat surfaces. Remember, if a solid figure has flat surfaces, it can slide. Good. And how about stack? Can a pyramid stack? Yes, a pyramid can stack because it has flat surfaces. Now, you couldn't stack something on top of a pyramid because it comes together at a point, but you can put the pyramid on top of something else and it would stay. So you can stack a pyramid, okay? So you can slide and stack a pyramid, but you can't roll a pyramid. All right, and then the last shape is cone. Remember what a cone has. A cone has one flat surface and a curved surface, right? Like an ice cream cone or a party hat. Okay, so do you think, can you roll a cone? Well, we did say that if it has a curved surface, it can roll. Does a cone have a curved surface? Yes. So you can roll a cone. It won't roll like a ball rolls, like it won't roll in a straight line, it'll kind of roll in a circle, but you can roll a cone because it does have a curved surface. So yes, you can roll a cone. All right, can you stack a cone? Can you stack a cone? Does a cone have a flat surface? Yes, it does. So if a solid figure has a flat surface, you can stack it. Now you can't stack anything on top of the cone because again, it also has a pointy top, so it wouldn't balance. But you can stack it on top of something. And then, can a cone slide? Well, remember what we said with our other solid figures. If it has a flat surface, it can slide. So a cone can slide, because it does have that flat surface that you can use it to glide along. Okay, so a cone can roll, can stack, and can slide, boys and girls. All right, so now what you're gonna do, you're gonna do your workbook pages. You're gonna do pages 315 to 316. So on those pages, the first part is gonna have you circle solid figures to show if they roll, slide, or stack. Okay, so you can even rewatch this video if you need to while you do it to help you remember. And then on the back, you're gonna have to color some of the solid figures. All right, you're gonna do the word problems, that's numbers 8 and 9, but you do not have to do numbers 10 and 11, okay? All right, once you're done with this, boys and girls, put it in a safe place, maybe put it right in your binder so that it's ready to come in on Monday morning. All right, boys and girls, I hope you have a really great day, and let me know if you have any questions.